This right here is captioned 5 seconds after a white guy doesn't pay his tax. Yep, that was me last year. As of course, that wasn't fun. It was not nice, as I got financially wrecked and destroyed, so Somali individuals could have their health scare scam, and warmongers could continue their human sacrifice of Western civilization. So yeah, I would say people are a little crabby, as MTG has called for a nationwide tax strike. And a lot of people continue to, of course, voice those frustrations. Is it reaching a boiling point? Will there actually be some legitimate action? Will there actually be some kind of repercussions towards the fraud, waste, and abuse? As the White House is responding exactly like we told you the White House would respond. AI slop videos. We'll go into that AI slop video, as popular streamer Asmongold now is being retweeted by Elon Musk, talking about a way to actually deal with this problem in what many people view as an extreme way. Other people say it's not extreme enough, as there's now very popular videos that are being shared around by a lot of people saying enough is enough. We are getting taxed up the wazoo insanely when previously we weren't being taxed at all. As, of course, the income tax was supposed to be a temporary tax. And now it is a tax that finances our self-destruction of Western civilization. As, of course, there's the jizya tax that a lot of people have normalized in their culture. What in the world's going on here? We're going to be talking about that and a lot more, all this plus a lot more on this independent media broadcast. If you appreciate these types of conversations, subscribe. Click the notification button, as, of course, the IRS did financially wreck me last year. I destroyed everything, took away everything. I was like, I'm left with nothing, zero. I need to work like I never worked before. And that's why we have the second channel. Second channel is booming, doing incredibly well. And I can't thank you guys enough, because it's one of the reasons why we're able to actually sustain and survive this crazy nonsense type of attack that came out against us in what I would describe as the most unfair way possible. It's like the IRS, how much do you have? Oh, that we're taking all that. And I'm like, nice. Okay, well, this is not going to be easy to, of course, deal with. As right now, don't worry. The White House has a meme video. We played a short clip of this in, I think, a video 2 days ago. And it's, the video of this, like, Pixar fake movie that's made through AI. And a lot of people are saying, And we told you, listen, the White House is probably not going to do much about this. They're probably just going to create an AI video, and they're going to tell us to celebrate. Oh, look. And just like we had the fake AI videos of Barack Obama and all these other high-level politicians being arrested by Trump, and it's like people are like, well, we don't want memes. We want action, right? So far, HHS has stopped some of the funds going to some of the daycare centers, as, of course, Elon Musk brings up the point that, hey, there's billions that are being delved out by the state and only really held accountable by, quote, self-reporting. Now, here's a little clip of the White House official Twitter account posting this.
We don't need to be pirates anymore. I found a better way. Government-funded daycare. Huh?
And then it's like, okay, you play the response here. My response is, can we have some accountability? I'm sorry, like, memes are grand and all. Yeah, ... But this is an insult to everyone that was robbed of their hard-earned money to finance scams, right? And the responses here are very similar. Brendan Sorbo saying, how exactly does this help us win the midterm? George and Alexips, GG Prime says, do you post this ish and call it a day, or do you plan to do something? Yeah, do something! Why aren't you doing anything? We're being robbed. We're being loaded. Surviving. It's becoming more and more difficult for the average American. But you're like, look at this AI video. And I'm like, come on. As people are saying, all the memes in the world can't erase this betrayal. As, again, the government is financing and passing more bills, taking more of your money, devaluing your dollar, destroying the purchasing power of your ability to buy things. borrowing more money, getting more in debt to finance the Israeli government, the Ukrainian government, the Somali government, the Egyptian government, many foreign governments all around the world, more billions of dollars to foreigners. And we're literally told, yay, all you could do about it is make memes, right? And it's like, really? Really? That's all you got? That's all you got here. As Asmongold responded to this, saying, you gay Riris love to post this ish, then you don't do anything about the problem. Boys, don't let them get away with this slop. Prosecutions, arrest, and real consequences. If you can't deliver, I'm staying home for 2026 and 2028. And that's the type of approach that a lot of people are saying, this is it. This is what we need to do. Asmongold just released a video. Elon Musk retweeted it saying 100 as he came out with his solution to this particular problem, saying this.
You have to make the punishment infinitely worse than the crime. And I'm talking about deporting the entire family, denaturalizing the entire family, sending the entire group of them back to Somalia. That's what needs to happen. And anybody complicit and anybody involved in this scam. And until we have a candidate and a person that's willing to do that, then I'm not really interested in voting, if you want me to be honest.
As most people are blackpilled. Most people are disillusioned, right? For many reasons. Epstein stuff, one of them, the cost of electricity, the cost of food at the supermarket. And we're being told, golden age, we're doing better than ever. Well, the stock market is. Stock market is controlled by very few select people that predominantly profit off of it. And the vast majority of people are kind of screwed. Anyway, before playing the rest of this clip, just really quickly and shortly, we have to pay our bills around here. Why? Because there's some Somali pirates that we have to finance, as well as Israeli, Ukrainian, Somali, and Egyptian governments that also need my money. Sorry to be as angry as I am, but Trump has teased, and they tease us. And they give us, they're like, we could get rid of the income tax. Do it! Stop talking, do it! Anyway, we are change.shop. All this stress, this is not fun to deal with. And that's why I created wearechange.shop to optimize your health, optimize your personal well-being, optimize your sleep. One of the things that people have been reporting feeling really great from is our fish oil. It's our #2 selling supplement. It used to be our #1 selling supplement when we ran out of creatine. We're back with creatine stock. Now we have the fish oils. Fish oils are great. They're awesome. They are incredible. Can't recommend them enough. They're made from small fish, so there's no toxins in there, and we make sure that we have good quality products. As of course, Dr. Alex Wibberley, again, no association with us. We're not paying him. I just typed in fish oil. There's a lot of crazy studies with fish oil and smoking. As Alex says, low omega-3 is as dangerous as, quote, smoking. Harvard research found people with higher omega-3s lived 5 years longer. Non-smokers with low omega-3s had the same mortality risk as smokers. Just a little fish oil each day can change everything. And then I'm just paranoid about fish consumption because a lot of it has heavy metals in it. A lot of it has parasites in it. So I just make sure I take some fish oils from small fish like sardines, as there's other things talking about some really incredible things regarding fish oils, regarding overall personal health and well-being. Before taking anything into your own body, speak to a medical professional and do your own homework and do your own research. And again, this is why I always have been preaching, hey, do your due diligence, right? A doctor recommended I take fish oils. I started taking fish oils. I like to cycle on and off, right? And you don't hear a lot of people who sell vitamins tell you this, but I like to cycle. You see how you feel. If you don't feel good taking something, stop taking it. If you feel better taking something, take it, right? And then hone into your body, meditate, sleep, relax, wind down that mind. Try to listen to your body. Try to be a little bit more intuitive. Listen to that gut. That gut never lies. Take care of yourself. We are change.shop. Life is short. Make it one where you are thriving. I'm thriving. Personally, myself, my sleep score, 94 sleep score, right? Who in the world gets a 94 sleep score, right? Look at that bad boy. Look at that, right? Why? Because I supplement. And you need to supplement because our food is mainly just robbed of all of its nutrients. Anyway, we are change.shop. Check it out. Link down in the description below. Let's get back to Asmongold and his type of action that he wants to see with this particular problem. And again, this problem isn't just in Minnesota. It's huge in California. And the federal government just keeps divvying out more federal funds. Here we go. They keep taxing more people in California, right? Taxes are insane there. New York City as well. Huge fraud in New York City, where the governments are like, sanctuary cities, guys, come on in. Come on in, Pedro. We'll finance, we'll pay for everything. And we do. Why?
Not interested in voting, because why is it that I'm going to vote for a slow rot of my country whenever the solution is so obvious? You can't.
Yeah, it's like slow rot or fast rot. What would you like? Some people are like fast rot. Let it just rot. Let it just. And this is where some people are at. This is where some of the extreme right wing circles are at. They're like, you know what? With the Democrats, everything will collapse faster. Let's just make it faster. Why are we prolonging the inevitable here? Let's start anew. And that's a very nihilistic black pill. And a lot of people, listen, what Asmongold is saying is what a lot of people are thinking and are afraid to say. Let's just be real with ourselves here, right? That's the reality of the current situation. A lot of people are saying, why do I vote? It doesn't matter. It's all a scam. They're continuing these scams. You saw what happened with USAID. USAID was the same exact thing. And then Susie Wiles, who's at the White House right now, saying USAID was great. It was the CIA slop woke fund that was promoting and financing through our tax dollars gay magazines in places like Poland pushing woke culture. Why are we doing that? Why is my money going to my country to make them woke? To make them gay? Why are we financing all these woke and gay causes? And then Susie Wiles is like, they're great. We should have kept USAID. Elon Musk exposed it, but he only exposed 1% of the budget, by the way. 1%. 99% of that budget, just as fraudulent. But guess what? Elon Musk wasn't allowed. He was stopped by this administration from going deeper, looking deeper, stopping more fraud. Why? Because it's dangerous, because a lot of people want that money, right? There's a reason Nick Shirley gets a lot of threats right now, because a lot of people that are depending on that money, that paycheck. And then there's that Democratic local politician that was speaking out against this stuff. And then a guy connected to Tim Walz, the governor of Minnesota, came out. Took her out.
Can't flip the switch? Yeah, you can. You can easily flip the switch. You just do it. If J.D. Vance does not push for treason with capital punishment against Tim Walz, do not vote for him. If Trump does not deliver that, do not vote for him.
I just want to see charges. That's a little bit of a... I mean, we should be careful with capital punishment, right? It's a little bit of extreme, but some people say, really? Well, with the amount of theft and fraud and abuse? Now, where do you stand? Is that too much of an extreme statement? Press 1 if you think yes. Press 2 if you think no, down in the comments. I like the comments. I like engaging in the comments with all of you guys. What do you think?
Unless the most extreme, dramatic, brutal, aggressive option is on the table, I'm staying home. I'm staying home, bro.
And listen, most people are staying home because they're disillusioned, right? They're blackpilled. We're like, we voted for huge amounts of change. We voted for someone to come in there and to stop all of this nonsense. And we were promised there was campaign promise, and then we got nothing. Now listen, Asmongold probably won't get his way. The feds are like, we're investigating, and it's like, okay, just like anything they're investigating. It's like it literally took a YouTuber. It took a 23-year-old YouTuber to uncover something that the FBI should have been on top of, right? As the FBI is going after, and Susie Wiles and all of them inside of Trump's administration, they're doing opposition research on independent media, calling them out, going after us. It's like, how about you actually do your job? How about you actually stop all the horrible things? As people are saying, look, the federal government is facilitating this right now. Republicans are about to fund a bill that's going to be giving billions of dollars for welfare for, quote, refugees. Trump's expected to sign it into law. What are we doing here? As of course, there's now multiple videos of people speaking out against this, saying this is absolutely insane.
Has anybody else started to reach their breaking point or a boiling point? So this is starting to look like a country that I am no longer proud to have served. I've been working my entire adult life, and I have paid half or more than half back to the government in some way, shape, or form in taxes for the past 30 years. And if you don't believe me, look up everything that you have that is taxed. State income tax, federal income tax, property taxes, payroll taxes, Medicare taxes, Medicaid taxes, sales taxes. Everything is taxed.
And the fraud, especially Social Security. You do an investment fund with that money that you would have been investing in Social Security. You would have been a lot better off. I'm so sick of it. And you're like forced. And I'm like, what are we doing here? That's why I live in Florida. Florida, no state tax, soon and property taxes. We still have sales tax, right? I just bought a big purchase, and I'm like, why am I giving hundreds of dollars to the state? Why is the state deserving of my money? It's because I bought something. Leave me alone. Let me keep my money.
Everything. And we have a political apparatus where half of them say that if you don't keep us in power, we will steal from you so that we can import people that will. So shut up and go back to work. And another side of the aisle that is either in on it or is totally complete chicken shit and won't do anything about it and won't even try to actually represent the people that vote for them.
Country club TV type of personalities that are just, oh, we're Republicans, we're well off, we're doing good. We hired you to do a job. You're not doing the job. Yeah, we get it. The other people are bad. But at the same time, this is why people don't vote. This is why people are disillusioned. This is why people are blackpilled.
Is anybody else getting to a point where we feel like we cannot vote our way out of this? Where does that leave us? Because nothing is going to happen about the fraud. Nothing. All of the fraud that Elon Musk and Doge exposed, the Republican Congress put it on the back burner and refused to fucking vote on it. Turned around to the American voter that put them in power and extended one of these.
But we get a meme. We got meme videos. I look at people are like, look, I'm paying a farm tax, income tax, property tax, sales tax, capital gains tax. Every time you move money, it gets taxed. It's insane. Elon Musk came out and described, literally, government pays out billions of dollars based on people self-reporting. Blue states take most advantage of that. And when they're doing self-reporting, California, New York, Illinois, they're taking all of that money. And guess what? There's probably a whole bunch of money that the Democratic politicians get kicked back for the programs that they initiated through one way or another. It's absolutely insane. As of course now more and more Americans are posting videos like this saying, me going to work on Monday while my government gives billions to fake daycares ran by pirates. Now the income tax used to be non-existent. This country existed, thrived, did really well when people were able to keep their money. That's how capitalistic systems are supposed to be run. We don't live under capitalism. We live under socialism for the uber elite rich and this type of cutthroat type of piracy for everyone else. Everyone else, you're supposed to be a serf and you're supposed to be robbed by pirates. And then to socialize politicians and the billionaire class and the donor class that get everything handed to them on a silver platter.
This account notes, let me get this straight. In 1913, 0 American families paid income tax because there was no income tax.
And then we had the Federal Reserve banking system being created in Jekyll Island at the same time. That, of course, is exacerbating this problem and only devaluing the purchasing power of your dollar that much more.
In 2025, every family paid income tax, and about 2/3 of it just went to fraud. We've become a tax farm for politicians to enrich themselves and anyone who they can import to vote for them. In fact, I had a little image. This notion of the tax farm I thought was interesting. It made me dig up this image. Let me see if I can find it quickly. Yeah, here it is. This is a scene from the movie Matrix, the first one, the good one.
Yep, people are as batteries. And that's exactly what native-born populations are.
When he realizes that whatever the matrix is, the computers, they're harvesting all the humans they catch, and they're using them like batteries to keep the machines running, as power sources to keep the machines running. Is that not how we're actually living today? If you're a working, productive, white, first world culture person, is this not what you're doing? You're being used as a battery by the third world and those who serve the third world. All your efforts, your sweat, your sacrifice, your suffering, everything you create is taken from you at gunpoint by your own government.
And then used to funnel some of the worst criminal, destructive, evil elements of this world. You're working 4 to 6 months out of the year, depending on the state you're living in. 4 to 6 months, you're working for free for the government so they can take your money and finance and protect the Epstein client list. To finance wars, bombs that are destroying and maiming Slavic lives right now. To finance some of the most laziest, corrupted, evil people who hate you. And I don't know about you, but I've had enough. If you did too, thank you so much for sharing this video, watching this broadcast, supporting us on WeAreChange.shop so your health could at least be a little bit better. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys doing this, and this is why I love you guys. Stay tuned for more, all here exclusively on this brand new channel, Luke Rudowski, 76.